Well, good morning. Today is, see, we're coming from Best Buy. Today is Tuesday, December 17th. And I did do a video on the way coming here, and it rattled. It was worse than yesterday. You know, I was doing really well, and then my mount fell, and I had to put it back in, and I don't know that I put it back in the same way it was when it was working. Because I had a few days there where it was working perfectly. I don't know. I guess it's just the angels above telling me I shouldn't be recording in my car. So anyway, we do have birthdays. I had to write them down because we have so many. Today is Anna White, Journey to a Healthier You, I think it's called. But Anna gets a birthday song. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Anna. Happy birthday to you. Cha-cha-cha. It's also Cindy Gerke's birthday. So Cindy, I know I said your last name wrong. It's G-E-H-R-K-E. I always say Gerke. Gerke. Is it German? Gerke. So anyway, Cindy, you get a song. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Cindy. Happy birthday to you. Cha-cha-cha. It's also Linda P's birthday. So Linda, you get a song. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Linda. Happy birthday to you. Cha-cha-cha. Okay, why do people, when they're in the right lane that are turning right, think that they go all the way to the far lane when there's two lanes turning right? I don't understand that. I really don't. And then I also don't understand why people that have to wait for the light anyhow. Okay, buddy, you better be quick or you're going to get hit. Oh, you're even being brave. You're even braver. And you didn't thank me. That's, you know what? That's when you wish you could take it back. If this is a hard place to get out of, and I let them out, and it's the holiday season, so loop-de-loop. So, anyway, but did I sing? Yeah, did I sing to Linda? If not, I'm going to sing to you again, Linda, because I got distracted. I don't want you to miss out on the song just in case I forgot. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Linda P. Happy birthday to you. Cha-cha-cha. And it's also Tracy Smith's birthday. So Tracy, you get a song. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Tracy. Happy birthday to you. Cha-cha-cha. All right. You can see that I don't have a passenger. Pretend that you're sitting in the seat next to me. What should we talk about? Talk to me. Talk to me. Anyway. Okay, a Christmas story. It'll be like two Christmas stories all in one because it relates to my time in Montgomery Wards. When you return something at any store, they like to keep track of their inventory. So they like to bring it in with the SKU number, which is the number of the item. So like if you're bringing back a size 36 pants and you're exchanging it for a 34 pants, the inventory is going to show that you're bringing back a 36, but you're letting out a 34, so the inventory will be adjusted. So when they do the ordering, it all comes out in the wash. But after Christmas, we do our main store inventory of everything, like the third week of January. I was under the impression that it didn't really make that much difference at Christmas time, after Christmas, because they're not really going to do any ordering until they do the inventory in January. And the one year I was put in charge of doing the refunds for the men's department, because that's where I worked. So my thought process was, if they had a receipt and they were just exchanging it for a similar item, just a different size, why stand in the line, you know? So I would go down the line and I would ask the people, do you have a receipt? And if they had a receipt, I'd ask them, what are they exchanging? And if it was for the same item in the same department, like if they were exchanging a pair of jeans for another pair of jeans, okay, here, swap them out. Okay, you're done, go. You don't have to stand in line anymore. But if you didn't have a receipt, you had to stay in the line because the register would register the lowest sale price that it's ever been. So I was doing it, my line was moving. People were coming from other departments because like they'd look and see, why is that men's department line getting so quick, getting done so quickly? And then the manager caught on to that and she came over and she said, Sandy, what exactly are you doing? And I explained my theory, and she says, well, that's not really a good theory, and I can't 100% agree with it. But I see nothing, I hear nothing, like Sergeant Schultz on Hogan's Heroes. I see nothing, I know nothing. So she walked away, and I continued on in doing that. So I was doing pretty good with it, and people were loving that they didn't have to stand in line. And, you know, like I would explain to them, you know, if you don't have a receipt, you should go home and look for a receipt, and because you're going to get the lowest sale price. And let me tell you, the Black Friday, it's going to do you in. If you didn't get it on Black Friday, you're going to really be losing a lot of money. So try to find out what it is. If it's a relative, it's a close relative, ask them for a receipt, tell them it didn't fit, or blah, blah, blah. And in that regard, people, just as a side note, people always think that the worst time to bring something back for a refund is the day after Christmas, in the morning. I have to tell you, from my experience, 15 years in retail, the best time to bring something back is in the morning, the day after Christmas. Because most people that are there are shopping with their Christmas money, and they have a separate register set up for sales and a separate register set up for refunds. So you can get in and out pretty quickly. You wait till noon the day after Christmas, or the weekend after Christmas, oh, forget it. You're going to be standing in line. And the absolute worst time to bring something back is on New Year's Day, because everybody thinks, oh, everybody's done by now, there won't be a line. Oh no, everybody has that philosophy. Like, you know, I think everybody that was going to return something did it like the past week. I'm going to go now on New Year's Day. No, it's not a good one. So, anyway, so I'm back to the refund line. You know, that's a long line, so this is a long story. So, this one girl was in line, and she had like 30 of these heavy flannel shirts that construction workers wear in the cold weather. It's a insulated flannel shirt with a hood that you'll see just about on any construction worker, because it's warm enough to wear as a coat, but it's loose enough that you can still do your job and you're not all with a bulky cold coat trying to get your work done. So anyway, she's in line and she's got 30 of these coats that you regularly at the time sold for about $30. I think they sell for like $60 now, but at the time they sold for about 30 bucks. But they were on sale on Black Friday for $4.98, and people were scooping them things up like you wouldn't believe. So here she is standing in line with 30 of these shirts, all in different sizes. Now, I don't want to accuse her of stealing these shirts, but yeah, a little suspicious, especially when she told me she didn't have a receipt. That kind of was a dead giveaway. So I explained to her, like, well, if you're going to stand, just so you know that if you don't have a receipt, you're going to have to get lowest sale price. And I'm going to tell you right now, the lowest sale price was $4.99 or $4.98 the day after Thanksgiving. And so she says, well, I said, but if you just want to exchange them for size, I'm sure because I could see they were all different sizes. I said, I'm sure some of these have to fit. And she says, no, my husband got too many of them, and we have the ones that fit, we kept at home. These are just extras. And I said, you got more than 30 flannel shirts? And she says, what can I say? I have a very generous family. And I says, well, if they're that generous, then they'll probably have the receipt, and they wouldn't have a problem with you getting the receipt so you can get your money back so you can buy something that you really want. And she says, that would be just rude, asking for a receipt. I'm not going to do that. I just want my money. And I said, well, I'm telling you right now, you're not going to get $30 a shirt. You're going to get $4.98 a shirt. And she says, well, wait a minute. So then her husband comes over, and so he says, they were both rough looking. Let me tell you, they were rough looking. And see, my problem is, I don't know what the word is, stupid, I guess, because I stand up to a challenge, and people don't intimidate me. And, you know, like some people that should really intimidate me, they don't intimidate me, which is to my not good thing. I can't think of the word. It's not good, because there are mean people out there, and they could care less, and they will hurt you. And so he says to me, he says, you know, if you don't give us our $30 a shirt, I'm telling you right now that my wife here, he says, I won't lay a hand on you. He says, but my wife is going to meet you out in the parking lot when you get off of work, and we're going to take care of this. And so I said, well, that'd be fine. I said, but just so you know, my husband is a state trooper from Michigan, and he picks me up from work. And I get off at 5 o'clock. I'm going to go out that door right over there. I'll gladly meet you out there. We'll talk it over with my husband. We'll see what we can arrange. And which is a lie. Jim's not a state trooper. He never was. So he said, forget it. We'll just take the money. And I go, well, just so you know, when you get up there, you're going to get a store receipt to spend the money in the store. You're not going to be able to get cash. It's just a store credit. He said, what kind of bullshit is this that I'm not going to get? I said, well, if you can prove you paid cash for it, you'll get $30 or you get whatever you paid for it. I said, but without a receipt, you're just going to get lowest sale price and a store credit. He says, come on, let's go. So he grabbed it and stuff and he left. So then I called all the other Montgomery Ward stores just to forewarn them, you know, in the area. So I don't know whatever happened to him. He probably, if he was, well, I don't know, this is like wrong, but if he was smart, he would have waited till after Christmas and then just brought him back a few at a time. And sometimes you get somebody the nice that'll just give you the money if it's just one or two. But you bring him back 30 shirts, honey, you aren't getting any money. Okay, today I'm going to share a memory with Danny. So here's Danny. Okay, Danny's going to share a memory now, Christmas memory.
All right, mine is, where's Oliver? Okay. There's nobody in here? All right. The year that I found out that there was no Santa Claus. I came home, I sat on the chair, and I asked Mom and Dad, everybody at school's been saying there's no Santa Claus. Is it true? And my mom asked me what I thought, and I thought, well, logically, it's probably no Santa Claus. And then I sat there for a minute and thought, and then I said, I suppose there's no Easter Bunny either. And I still hear about that to this day.
Well, we're a family that never forgets.
No, we forget nothing.
Nothing. Nothing gets by us.
No.
How am I going to get it before Christmas? Okay, when am I going to see
for our sibling dinner. Denise is concerned because Mary wanted to take the baby Jesus to church to get baptized or blessed.
Now I don't have it.
And I said I'm not letting her have my baby Jesus.
I didn't really want her to take mine either. She begged Saturday.
But guess what? She still hasn't got it. And here's Michael. What do you have to say, Michael?
What's that?
About the baby Jesus that Mary didn't bring along. Did you give her yours?
I was listening to Molly's story and I said, so lame.
I said, that's terrible.
There's Mary.
I said she'll get it back on Saturday, well before Christmas. And he's not even supposed to make an appearance until next Wednesday. So.
And then there's Mary.
I think you're all crazy.
Okay, I'm back. I'll show you my treasures because we don't exchange gifts with Molly. That's Molly in the picture that you're going to see at the end. Actually, I think I videotaped her too. Anyway, that's Michael's wife, Molly. And we don't get gifts between each other. It was just Michael, Denise, and Mary and I exchange gifts. So I'm going to show you, Mary got me a hat for when I walk. She knows how cold it gets outside. So, I love my hat. I love my hat. It's going to keep me warm, warm, warm. And my Beatles cup. I could have seen the Beatles. I've told this story. See, get a bonus story. You get a bonus story from me. The Beatles came to town on my 14th birthday. They played the Olympia Stadium on the 6th of September. My birthday was the 7th. And my best friend, Sue, her dad was one of the police officers that was assigned to protect them, you know, like when they came to town. And so she got to go and meet the Beatles. She got to go up to their hotel room. She got to meet them and everything. But my mother wouldn't let me go, and I couldn't go to the concert or anything because at the time I was having convulsions, and all the girls, if you see any of the videos, they all went crazy. They're like crying and fainting and passing out and all of that stuff. And so my mother thought that would happen to me. So I couldn't go and see the Beatles. My one opportunity where I could have met the Beatles. Like meet the Beatles. I could have met the Beatles, but I couldn't meet the Beatles because my mother wouldn't let me. So Mary got me the cup and the hat. So that was very nice. I like that. Denise got me, excuse me, she got me this bag. It's got a snowman. And it says, believe in the magic of Christmas. And every year she gets us a bag. And last year I got the bag with the truck on it, with the Christmas tree in the back. And my sister Mary borrowed the bag. Mary says she didn't borrow the bag. Mary borrowed the bag, and Mary never gave me back the bag. So when we got our gifts in the bag today, Mary said, oh look, I have another bag. I go, yeah, now you got 3, because she still got mine from last year. And she says, I don't have your bag. I go, oh yeah, you do. Well, Mary, I love her dearly. So Mary, if you're watching, I love you dearly, but You never send a good dish home with Mary. She gets a cottage cheese container because eventually you get the dishes back, but it takes a while. So that's, as Sophia said yesterday, like I told you, that's not going to happen. So from now on, Mary gets a plain old Boston Market bag. But let me show you what else Denise got me. She got me the bag. And she also got me salt and pepper shakers. And I told her it was like a little butter dish. But it's not a butter dish. You put the little salt and pepper shakers on the little tray. Isn't that cute? Isn't that cute? I put them there. I don't want them to break. I gotta put some salt and pepper on it. And she gave me a little thing for my iPad so that when I'm sitting answering my comments while I'm watching my YouTube videos. Who am I kidding? I don't type like that. I go like this. With one finger. This is my typing finger. I took typing in school, and I was a pretty good typist. I think I typed like 150 words a minute. Those were the days, my friend, we thought they'd never end. We'd sing and dance and da-da-da-da-da. Anyway, those were the days. They really were. And then my brother Michael always gets me something snowman related. And so he got me this little dish that you can put candies or fruits or whatever you want in it. He got me that. And then he got me a little box of candy canes to put in it. And then he bought our dinner. So I didn't expect that. I told him I would have ordered more. No, we ended up, we ordered pizzas. And then I had a bowl of pea soup beforehand. But it was a good night. We had a really good time. It was really, I love getting together with my family. So the Christmas season has officially started for me. And then I'm having my couples dinner on Thursday, and my kids are coming over on Monday. We're doing our Eve of Christmas Eve. And then I got something planned for Christmas Eve, and then I got something planned for Christmas Day, and then I got something planned for the day after Christmas. So I have to really stay on track. So I think I went a little over my points today, but you know what? It's the holiday season, and I ate and ate and ate and ate, but I had a good time. So, okay, I'm going to end the video now before I nauseate all of you with my singing. So, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for letting me share my day, and I'm going to end the video with a picture of Michael, Mary, Denise, myself, and Molly. So, thanks for watching.